Hello, welcome back to Mega's Tarot. I am Mega. Glad you're here. Today we're going to do a reading on the economic situation in the United States. We're going to take a look at what the future holds. I believe, from what I'm hearing today, is that the United States wants to subsidize the war with $100 billion. Yeah, and I guess we could also see what's going on with that. I just want to see what's to come. I know like oil prices are kind of still high. Um, I believe the oil is still just barely under $100 a barrel. Um, so we'll see. We'll see what comes up. Um, so this is my second video. Uh, I'd like to continue to make some sort of like geopolitical videos. I feel like a lot of people in the world today are kind of concerned about the things that are kind of going on. A lot of horrific things are happening. Um, and it's sad to see the things that are going on. And so I feel like now is a good time for me to kind of speak up and call upon the horrible atrocities that are going on. But for today, I just want to go over what's going on economically, see if the cards have anything to say. So this will be for, we'll say this is for the near future for the United States economy. I guess I should explain a little bit more about myself. I've been doing tarot for about a little bit more than 3.5 years. I'm a psychic medium. I do readings, but I don't have any like a website yet or anything concrete. I'm working on that kind of stuff. I'm also clairsentient, so I go based off of what I feel about situations. I basically can connect with energy and kind of be like an interpreter of it. Okay, so I want the near future for the United States economy. I heard the word tailwind. Oh, by the way, I'll also, if I hear or see words in my mind, like I'll kind of blurt them out. They could have their own meanings to things. I usually don't get phrases like long sentences. At least at the moment, I don't. Maybe that'll come the more I do this. But we'll just wait and see. So, near future for the United States economy. 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 Okay. I feel like that was a good point to stop. There it is. God. It's so dusty in here. Okay. Let's take a look at the current energy. We have the Knight of Swords as the main energy for this reading. This definitely dictates some sort of action being taken pretty quickly. We'll have to see what the other cards kind of say in the story, but that's the main energy. So Knight of Swords usually moves pretty quickly and takes actions pretty quickly. There is some sort of offer, some sort of deal, like somebody presenting something. It feels off balance. I heard the word off balance. So something's off balanced here with it. Has to do with money, has to do with financing. We have mutual agreements here, but it looks like something's not coming off the ground. due to it needs more work, but there is some sort of partnership in making some sort of funding work. Um, yeah, something's getting halted here. Um, there's some anger or resentment over something not being passed, but it's bipartisan though, which is weird. It's like the bipartisanship is saying like there's some sort of deal that they want to make, but it needs worked on, and then we have an issue here coming from the top over needing to get it done quicker. Like something here needs to be done quickly. And then it looks like there's work put into it. But there may be some sort of course correction or um, something getting pushed back a little bit. I'll show you guys the cards here in a little bit, and then we'll go over it a little bit more in depth. Um, There's a lot of uncertainty here with funding. There's parts of it that they want, but other parts that they don't want. There's some sort of manipulation being had to, but it's being called out. Okay. All right, let's take a look. So, like I said, the Knight of Swords is the main energy of this reading, and this is having to take some sort of quick action, needing to take some sort of quick action to get something funded. Could have to do with that $100 billion that they want to propose. There is something being presented here because we got the Page of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is presenting some sort of wealth generation. It's definitely offering some sort of lump sum of money. And it is going to be presented pretty shortly. If this is near future, I feel like very soon. But then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which is a little bit of a stalling, like something's being stalled within what is being presented. This is definitely like an economic opportunity. But since we have this here, this Knight of Pentacles reverse, something's not quite ready yet. And it shows up a lot more here as well, especially in the other sections that I have here. So this would be the left column. This is most recently here in the near future. This would be the most recent part of it. I just get like I heard like something gets flagged. I don't know what that would pertain to, but something's getting flagged maybe within the bill. Like there's some sort of stalling happening within. In the middle section, we have the Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Wands with the Two of Cups. So Ace of Wands reverse Two Cups. This is very indicative of something needing more work. This is definitely like something that wants to get going here with the Ace of Wands reversed. But it needs work. There needs to be work done on this offer, whatever this financial offer may be. Let me get some more real quick. And then the King of Wands in reverse. This is what I was starting to feel about like this is like pessimism. This is also like really wanting something and letting that ego go kind of crazy for something that you really, really want. So there's definitely a halting of some sort of funding because it needs to be worked on. Especially coming into the last section, it definitely details exactly what's kind of happening. The King of Wands in reverse could also be Trump in the sense of like something that he wants dictated within the funding bill. So that could also be it. And in our last set column, we got the Eight of Pentacles, which is the Apprentice card. This is working on something. And then we got the Three of Swords right underneath it. I showed a little bit. So this is like trying to work on reviving something, getting something to go. It feels very bare bones or basic. It doesn't have a platform. I just heard that. It doesn't have a platform, something like that. It also feels very off. Again, this is the Apprentice card, the Eight of Pentacles with the Heartbreak card. So there may be something that has to do with like a painful sort of realization here. It definitely feels like this needs work, and then clarifying all this is the Ten of Cups. So this has to do with coming together. This is like fulfillment, this emotional fulfillment. It could also be that something may be stopped here because it doesn't have enough people really wanting it. And it could be excitement that something here may be shot down. I'll have to take a deeper look into this. So, underneath the deck, we have extra information here. I like to throw some extra cards here. It's kind of like my own sort of my way of doing it. But we'll go. We have two rows, top row, bottom row. We'll see what these are kind of indicating. So this is Ace of Pentacles reversed would indicate some sort of withholding or withdrawal of some sort of offer. It could also have to do with something not quite being ready yet to be presented, because we also got after this we have the Four of Cups, and this is very indicative of something that needs to kind of be looked at a little better, but it also kind of indicates something being presented but not being satisfied with it. So there's a sense of not being satisfied. There's like no clear interest, or there's no clear insight on this. The Moon in reverse feels like there's like no point to it, is what I'm getting. Like there's like it doesn't show the reality of the situation here. And then the final top row card, we got the High Priestess in reverse, which is also like something's just unknown. We don't know about it. It's hidden. Lies. I feel like that usually I don't, but this is weird. I'm feeling kind of like lies and deception here. There's something auspicious about this this offer, this thing that's being presented. Could be like they're waiting for the right time or the right moment. But there's like, I'm just feeling like there's no clear objective or reasoning. So yeah, something hidden. Let's see what that's about. So the last row, the bottom row, we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is holding on the wealth to the extreme. This is kind of what that means. This is like withholding, but it's also like keeping something. I just felt it, keeping something for ransom. This is like ransom. I don't know what that could be talking about. It's like we'll withhold something in order for you to make this work. So it's like this is blackmail. There's some sort of blackmail happening here, because there's also manipulation with the Magician in reverse. This is like manipulating standards or manipulating finances or money. It's also like withdrawal from like money or funds that aren't like meant to be, or like withdrawal of with withdrawal of accountability, but there's definitely something being manipulated here. Um, we get judgment. This is what has been kind of going on, or it's a things are being called out. Um, Judgment could also have to do with the final card with the lovers, which is connections. This is, I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, this feels like manipulating other countries to get what he wants. Sorry. It really could be. I do sense that this has something to do with allies too. So there's some sort of manipulation happening here and some sort of judgment call that's being called out about it. It's like withdrawing funds and manipulating, could even be manipulating markets. That's another thing that I'm feeling here. This just looks very egregious and I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I forgot the last card. I look at the bottom card. So we have the Eight of Cups, and then even underneath this, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. So this is walking away from allies, walking away from those of the past, or those that we actually cared about. So we have a sense of some sort of movement away from, could be political allies or like financial allies, but there's a sense of walking away from people here. Okay. So we're going to clarify each one of these cards just to see what extra information we can get out of this. So far, it looks like whatever this funding bill is, it will be presented. It just seems like it's not ready yet. It seems like bare bones and just doesn't feel like concise for what it's trying to contrive here. It's snowing. So we'll get a little bit deeper here, try to see what's kind of happening here. Whoa, Knight of Pentacles here just flipped out. So yeah, something is being moved forward very slowly. Something will be presented here, but I'm feeling like this King of Wands in reverse, just it's very hectic and just being pushed without any regard to what it would do. But I still feel like I'm still getting that energy that it needs to be like worked on a little better. Let's get a couple more shuffles here. Beautiful, beautiful snow. Also, in my last reading, I said Netanyahu is still alive. You know, I'm not even 100% sure of that. I haven't really checked in on the energy on that. I still feel like he may be alive. It's just, something just feels weird about that too. Because he hasn't talked or been on the news. I haven't seen him on the news at all. Like making any sort of statements, but maybe I haven't really looked hard enough. Anyways, a couple more shuffles. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry, I have to move a little bit. All right, let's get to this. So left column, we have the Page of Cups. So something being presented. We have the Sun in reverse. So something coming into reality here. It's not something they want to do, but it's being pushed forward. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this. The Ten of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is the keep something going, to keep something stable. Because with the King of Pentacles in reverse, it's some sort of system. It could also do with corruption, but also is like lack of funding. There needs to be more funding here. Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Swords. So this would be very indicative of something stalling in order to make some sort of decision, because the Two of Swords is a stalemate, or there is no right answer, right or wrong answer. It's like it's a difficult situation. So there's going to be some sort of stalling with this bill, with this funding, um, in order to kind of get the correct answer or a way to move forward with this. In the middle section, we got the Ace of Wands in reverse with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So this is letting your ego kind of take hold of what is wanted here. I'm getting like something is being pushed, like very aggressively, without having some sort of questioning to it, something like that. Because the King of Swords, like in reverse, is definitely letting your ego go and sort of attacking anything and everything you can with prejudice. It's maniacal, and I just don't like it. Yeah. The Two of Cups with the Eight of Swords in reverse. So coming, like working on it, coming to some sort of an agreement, mutual agreement. The Eight of Swords in reverse is like there's no way out, is what I'm getting. Like there's no way out of this. With the King of Wands in reverse, with the Four of Wands in reverse, this is a failure to keep someone in check. This is a failure to keep whoever this King of Wands is in reverse, to keeping this person in check. That's kind of what I get from that. This also just feels like something not very satisfying. People are not very gung-ho about whatever this offer is. But I feel like there's a sense of having to go along with this just because there's a lot of pressure, especially with the Eight of Swords reverse. It's like that's the card of mental entrapment. But this is like overwhelming. Yeah, it's like not having a way out. And the Four of Wands in reverse is feeling it's a trouble in a relationship. It's usually what that card kind of means. It's problems. Um, it's also a problem getting like someone's narrative correct here. In the last section, we got the Eight of Pentacles, the Apprentice card with the Magician reverse. So some sort of manipulations happening here. They're trying to manipulate this bill in a certain way, so that way they can get what they want, is kind of what I'm feeling here. So something is manipulated. Something's being worked on that's also like in manipulated. We have the Heartbreak card, Three of Swords in reverse. Or no, sorry, Three of Swords right side up forward, with the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this is very indicative of lying, cheating, stealing in plain sight. So something is being done in front of everybody's eyes. And that the Three of Swords is like the heartbreak, because there's manipulation happening here. It could be even within the market. There's some sort of manipulation here. A little confused on why the last clarifying card is the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups with Ten of Cups. I feel like some sort of manipulation is getting revealed here. And that's why there's this. I'm sensing like a surprise. There's a surprise coming. It's like people are seeing what's kind of happening here. I think I have to look at the last section here and throw the cards out here in the last section. But I really, really, really hope that this bill, whatever this is going through, is kind of not. I hope it's not going to pass, but we'll see. Because there's definitely some sort of manipulation happening here. It's like a workaround. I'm sensing like a workaround within the system. Let's get to the last two. Let's get to the two rows, the final two rows. The Page of Pentacles in reverse is clarified with the Wheel of Fortune. So something stopped because it doesn't really bring anything new to the table. The Wheel of Fortune is usually like it's usually like the card of like wealth, some sort of positive fortune coming in. I'm not quite sure. Four of Cups with the King of Wands. Okay, so this feels like waiting for something to come in. It's like optimism and trying and waiting for something to resolve is kind of what I'm getting. With the King of Wands in reverse over here, it also feels like this king here is just waiting for the right solution. The Wheel of Fortune could also be like a change in circumstance. But I feel like with the Page of Coins in reverse, with clarify with the Wheel of Fortune is very indicative of something good fortune on one particular side. I don't know how to really explain that at the moment. The Moon in reverse with the Nine of Wands. So this is definitely protecting. Something's out and open, and this is about. Well, this wouldn't be about protecting. This would be about putting up barriers. This is the Wounded Warrior. There's some sort of something going on here where there's like someone standing their ground for what they want, and there's some truth or some reality coming out about somebody being wounded, but this isn't like actually physical wounding here. This is more about someone's endeavors kind of being thrown out, being seen for what it really is, or it also could be some sort of being overly controlled and needing to sort of put up walls. The High Priestess reverse with the Ten of Wands reverse. Yeah, this is definitely very indicative of not being able to see. This is like attacks coming out of nowhere. This is like somebody doesn't want. What I'm getting here is somebody doesn't want to fund this because there's nothing here that kind of provides guarantees. And there's something masked, like something being masqueraded in secrecy, and it's like hard to hold on to. Like it feels like they're trying to hold on to like these different things that are going on, but there's no. It's just everything's coming out. And originally, when I threw out these cards, like earlier in the reading, I said the cat is out of the bag, was what I heard. I didn't really say it, but now it's kind of starting to see that. Like, I'm starting to see that somebody is standing by what they want, and it's stalling. Something's stalling here, and there's a reality here that this isn't working out according to plan. The Four Pentacles. So, going to the next section. The bottom row, we have the Four Pentacles in reverse, clarified with the Ace of Cups. So this would be something being presented to someone who is holding on to things. The Magician in reverse is the King of Cups in reverse. So this is manipulating someone's words. I just heard that. There's manipulation of words. Let's get the last couple cards and see what the story is really trying to tell me. We got Judgment with the Knight of Swords. So this was like the main energy of the reading. This is also like quick action. So Judgment and with quick action. So something's being moved forward pretty quickly, and it could be justified. And the last card, the Lovers in reverse with the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is anxiety over some sort of relation. Kind of feels like people coming together of some sort. And on the very bottom, we have the Hermit in reverse. So no longer needing to we need to stop waiting. Death in reverse, resistance. So there's an action being taken of needing to put up some sort of resistance. It has to do with allies, people from the past, relations, a gamble, restlessness, loss, and removal of toxic chains. Almost feels like trying to release negative toxic influence or something like that. Definitely has to do with allies. All right, let me look at this again, because the bottom row, I didn't really kind of detail the bottom row very well. But it looks like there's some sort of action that needs to be taken here. And I feel like a narrative is being manipulated here, especially with Magician reversed, King of Cups reversed. There is some sort of deal with the Ace of Cups underneath the Four Pentacles in reverse. This is something being presented. It could be a false narrative. And then something being, I just hear some sort of news comes out, or something comes out that needs to be pressed upon, or something needs to be something needs to be done quite swiftly here. I feel like people are against whatever this funding bill really is. I feel like it's more than that though. I'm getting stress over allies and friendships and needing to take swift action with that. And the Four Pentacles in reverse, again, the Four Pentacles reversed with the Ace of Cups, it's someone holding on. It's trying to keep everything that they want and presenting it into a package that it's a self-service kind of thing, a narrative service kind of thing. What I can say in this reading, since it is near future economically, there's nothing here about, we could be safe on saying there's nothing here about a collapse of anything. So nothing's collapsing, so there's no need to worry, at least in the near future. It could be, near future could be tomorrow or the next day, or it could be a month ahead. I feel since the Knight of Swords is in the main energy, I feel this reading is more about something needing to be done quickly. And I feel it's about needing to build relations with others. I feel something just I really feel something needs to be done pretty quickly and done off scope. There needs to be a specific narrative, but there's a lot of pressure, because I'm sensing pressure. Pressure in what this narrative is, and people kind of realizing here that there wants to be some sort of extreme control over the situation, and it's leading to not able to keep things together, because I feel there are narratives that are also falling apart. But I will say that there is a bill being worked on. It's stalled because they don't know what direction they want to move quite yet, especially Two of Swords. They're unsure of the direction they want to go. I would say they as in the GOP more than anything. Um, and it's being forced. It's being forced to go along to get along kind of situation here. And there's a lot of unhappiness towards Trump here or whoever this King of Wands is, especially since it's reversed. It's there's a lot of like failure to keep him in check, or trying to keep him in check, I should say, and letting ego take part of pushing something through that's not ready. Because that's what I'm specifically definitely seeing is there's a lot of manipulation in this reading, because I have the Magician twice in reverse, and that is very indicative of major manipulation, like workaround. I'm getting like a workaround. Stealing. So that's kind of like the reading I got here. I think what I can say is like we could take out of this is the fact that there will be a funding bill that will be pushed through pretty quickly. Will it be accepted? I don't think immediately. I don't think so. Um, I'll put it this way: what do I feel about the situation? I feel like there's going to be this narrative to cast somebody as a bad person or bad people wanting some sort of failure. I think there's like this disdain and like this narrative. I think really maybe coming out of the GOP more than anything, in order to get something funded here. Um, but that's all I can really say about this. Um, there's definitely a teaming up here as well. Teaming up of people and some sort of action taken against what is this manipulation. So there will be a judgment point to where it could be like a court system, but there is some sort of judgment coming out here with the Knight of Swords, which is saying taking um, swift action on some sort of manipulation happening here. I'm also getting like manipulating other countries. Like I said earlier, there's definitely a sense of like using others through manipulation. It could be like blackmail. I think at the current moment, if I connect, it feels more like it's like I heard the word floundering, if that's even a word. It almost feels like coming from like Trump's point of view, it feels like he's very like frustrated. And that's kind of like all I'm getting from that. I don't think there's any sort of um, it just feels like he just wants to like push this bill through as fast as possible. Like it's like what is that like? It's your money, I want it now, or something. Whatever that JG Wentworth commercial is. It just feels like he's just very forceful. Like he wants this done like immediately, and he's like very angry that what like with this war going on, he's very unhappy with the way that it's going, and like he's not worried. The weird part is like he's not worried about other people. He's worried about his own image, and that he wants to be seen as this benevolent sort of Victorian like he did everything. Like he's the one that um, got this through, and like he wants to show like he's winning. Um, but he knows deep down inside that he's kind of flailing and he's throwing a tantrum, is what I'm feeling. And you can't get clear, concise answers from someone who's throwing a temper tantrum. Um, but I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll wait and we'll see. But that's the reading I got for you today. God, I went on for 40 minutes. I hope it wasn't too like boring. So just expect something to come through, like, you know, some sort of bill to come through. It's gonna paint the reality of the picture, because they want things, the I feel like the Democrats or whoever want things to, oh, I have to clean it. They want more clarity on the situation, and I feel like that's what's holding things back a little bit, because there's no clarity, and a lot of this stuff seems like manipulations or like deals being made on the sidelines. I also see Trump making deals with, like, it could be Democrats here, like they're trying to do something in that sort of sense as well, is what I'm getting. Especially like maybe like it could be like two particular people. God, I keep going. It's very fascinating to just feel these energies and realize that the United States is kind of trying to make an off ramp from this, but Trump at the same time kind of wants to keep it going. Like it's just like an odd energy of wanting to keep it going, but he doesn't want to make himself look bad. Like, he doesn't care about other people looking bad. He cares more about his own image more than anything here. So I'll leave it there. I gotta shut up. If you liked the video, just hit the like button. If you would like, subscribe too. My future planning, I mean, if you guys have any questions, I kind of want to do like more geopolitical stuff. I'd like to take the look at the situation in, like, eventually, like, in Ukraine and Russia. My prediction is that Ukraine will win this war. A lot of people are saying Russia's gonna win, but the energy is not there. Russia's falling apart from the inside, and that's what's going to cause some sort of collapse from within. And I feel it happening quite soon. But I'll get into that prediction later on. But I do sense that Russia's going to be in trouble here in a little bit, from the inside rather than the outside. There's a lot of pressure growing on the inside with him. So, and then, so yeah, I want to look at that. I don't know if there's anything else I particularly want to look at. You can take a look at my Iran USA video that I made about a couple days ago on that. I guess we could take a look at the stock market too one day as well, and we'll see what's going on there. Those are some pretty interesting readings I've done in the past, like, personally, and I think that's all I can really think of. If you guys have any questions that you want to see some, like, answers to other things, let me know and we can even go over that. So thank you again. I hope to see you again. Bye.